The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue, better known as Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, up for the rival doing battle in the NFC North. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. And we're underway at legendary Lambeau Field. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here certainly helped him achieve that goal.
It's a gain of 7, brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And this will be a Lions first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Gain of 5. First down, Lions.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This one completes up Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Gain of 13 yards.
Goff's go-to guy, St. Brown. Amon-Ra gives the Lions a first down. A run here with Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on that while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff to the outside. That's St. Brown. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
We'll try to pick this up with a pop pass. He is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
And the Lions first down.
So interesting play call here, Mike, right? So 3rd and short, we're used to seeing people just run it up the middle, just pick up a fresh set of downs. But so often, if you know exactly how the defense is going to align in there tight, there's a great opportunity to get the ball on the edge with some speed and pick up that first down.
And he'll get about 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
1st down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. That one incomplete. Hovering, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Bates' kick is good. And the Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. No matter where that ball is snapped, that's a tall task. And they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. As we are ready to get back underway. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
From the gun, it's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
From the 34 now, it's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Work in the middle, that's Kraft, he's got it. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Packers.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
On play action, Love. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 4. Here's Love to throw. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he can't hang on through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Second down throw for Love. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Love out quickly to Dobbs. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up third down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. This one caught at the 4. To the goal line and in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 1.
Throwing here is Goff. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
Laporta in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Goff to St. Brown for a big one. And even 30 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
That's caught by Gibbs. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 2nd down, Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Laporta in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Coming across the field, it's St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. The Lions called their 1st time out. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the 2nd quarter. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. A 2nd down throw for Goff. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up.
Perfection is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game.
Detroit's going to use their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal. On the ground, it's the tight end. And he will power his way into the end zone. Rock right. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions are on top. It's now 10-7. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. From the 35, it's first and 10. Now Love. Open is the tight end, Kraft. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. Go play action with Love. A throw on the move is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And the Packers have a first and goal forthcoming. Takes this down to the 5-yard line.
That's another Packers first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it'll bring up second and goal.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium's counting on. He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
Two incomplete passes now lead to this third down and goal. Back to throw is Love. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers are on top. It's 14-10.
14. Lions 10.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Reynolds now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Second and 11. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man, it's Jamison Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 18 on
They
the
get
play.
18 on the
First
pitch and
down,
catch.
Detroit.
First down, Detroit.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Goff's going to throw here on 1st and 10. Working free downfield. It is Williams. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Lions first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on 1st down. A pickup of 7.
22-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 3. Laporta in motion. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's going to pick up the first down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Lions.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Yard gain brings up 2nd down at the Packers' 12-yard line.
2nd and 7. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And I don't know. I'm not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. And now it is 4th down.
4th down.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. The Packers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That complete to Jacobs. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. That's good for 27 and a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. On the bootleg, it's Love. This one, up top for Dobbs. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it, because it could have been even a bigger play.
That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
He's going to look downfield once again. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Goff. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Carl Brooks in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Goff. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down. Here's Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
He looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe he's fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Start on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches.
This is Dobbs. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go.
At the 41-yard line.
So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. In motion, it's Golden. On 1st down, it's Love. Right side by Crack. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. This one to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions. Talk things over before 3rd down. Shotgun. It's Love. Open man, left side. He's got it. 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
So, it's a win for the Packers. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched the shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.